We just knew it was only a matter of time. We knew it wasn't going to be this easy. We knew it wasn't just going to be, hey, we're going to hang around fifth and we're going to hang around fifth place and just stay there and just see if we're going to be in fourth. And that's just unrealistic. And when you have something like like sudden uh, abdominal cramps happening to Anthony Davis, now it starts to be picture clear just exactly what needs to happen. And what needs to happen is for there to be suspense. So when there is suspense, it means that when the Lakers start losing a couple of games, then people will start to get scared. Like, oh, the Lakers gonna fall into the play-in. Are we gonna drop the six? Are we gonna drop into the play-in? Are we gonna drop into the play-in? And they might very well fall into the play-in, which it doesn't matter anyways. Because you figure the winning percent is going to be around 56%, like the 5 and 6 in the finals. So, I really don't give a damn. But the reports are is that Anthony Davis, the early that he can come back is against the Warriors. We have to go see about that. By the way, the Warriors just defeated the Oklahoma City Thunder. We'll have to keep our eyes out on the Warriors over these next couple few games for them too, because that is a potential return date for Anthony Davis. And knowing the GOAT King the Bond Stephen Curry rivalry, it's very hard to see one team winning all three regular season matchups. It's just the nature of the GOAT King LeBron Stephen Curry rivalry, and of course, what's happening with the Knicks is that for one, KAT without a center, without Anthony Davis, the Knicks are going to win the battle of mismatches, and the Knicks are going to win their 33rd game of the season against GOAT King LeBron James and the Lakers, because this is the year of the Lakers' 33rd appearance in the finals. Now, when you think about the Lakers beating the Wizards and entering the game against the Knicks with 27 wins for the season, that's really only one thing that comes to mind. That if you've been seeing this playlist for over 8-9 months, that there should be no excuses not to know that I've been telling y'all that the New York Knicks are going to fall to 2-7 in the NBA Finals in 2026 because GOAT King LeBron James, the scoring king on 2-7, who surpassed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, is going to tie Kareem at Kareem's birthplace of New York City. So Kareem and Michael Jordan, it don't matter. The scoring king on 2-7 ties Mike and Kareem for the Knicks to fall to 2-7 in the finals. It is connected with GOAT King LeBron James becoming the scoring king on a day of 2-7. So that's why the Knicks will win the East next season. And the New York Knicks will obviously lose against the Lakers. And that finals is going to end very quick. I just think they're going to end the finals very quick next year because GOAT LeBron James can't take too much attention away from the start of the World Cup. So this kind of reminds me of GOAT LeBron and the Heat losing in 5 games, and Disney aired the finals, and back then ESPN had the rights to the World Cup, so Disney had the rights to the World Cup. So what made the finals rigged? Back in 2014, they wanted that finals to end very quickly so they could begin the coverage of the World Cup. So that's another championship that was rigged against GOAT King LeBron James because Disney had to begin their coverage of the World Cup in 2014, and that series ended in 5 games. And so they will lose against the New York Knicks, obviously. The beginning of the anal panic of Lakers and GOAT King LeBron Nation. Lakers win. They are half game behind the Nuggets, but the Lakers lose against the New York Knicks. They have the same amount of losses as the LA Clippers. because the Clippers won today and they play the Charlotte Hornets on Friday. So the Clippers are going to have 28 wins. They're going to be 28-20. And the Lakers are going to be 27-20 after they lose against the New York Knicks. So suddenly panic starts creeping in. People start, oh my God, here we go again, saying that, oh, where Anthony Harden and the Lakers are not peaking at the right time. Last time I checked, I think this was January. Well, joking about James, he didn't specify what time of February the winning was going to begin. All he said was February and March. This is all he said. He didn't say the beginning of February. He said at some point in February. And at some point in February, it will be after the trade deadline. It will be when Anthony Davis is ready to come back. So the Lakers, and if they lose against the Clippers, then the Clippers going to jump the table, obviously. And the Timberwolves have defeated the loser Phoenix Suns. And when the Lakers lose, they have 20 losses. When they lose against the Knicks and the Timberwolves, at 21 losses, they'll beat the Jazz and they'll beat the Wizards. So the Timberwolves are going to have 28 wins at the end of Saturday. The Lakers, 27 wins at the end of Saturday, but one less game played. And Lakers have 20 losses. So the rigged NBA, the Clippers, about to overtake the Lakers. Now suddenly the Timberwolves and the Lakers are around the same record. So I believe if the Lakers are really in a position to where they are just seventh places, breathing down their necks, and if they lose against the Knicks and the Clippers, then I think that's going to trigger a trade in the trade market. But and I think it's gonna. I'm just thinking. When are the losses gonna happen? When are the losses gonna happen? That's gonna trigger a trade. I think after the win over the Hornets and Kobe's the 13th pick drafted by the Hornets, Lakers go 1-3 during the stretch, with the only win occurring against the Lakers. Thursday would be something else. So will Anthony Davis play? What's the status? What's the status before tip-off? I would love to go 3-0 against Stephen Curry, let me tell you that. But didn't the Warriors win 3-4 against the Lakers? Why can't we kick their ass? We'll 3-0 against number 30s. But then the Warriors beat the Thunder, and now what if they start winning? And what if they start creeping back now? This West about to be wild. The Western Conference is just like crypto. It goes up. We're doing great. Oh, I wake up tomorrow. Oh, it's down. It's bad. It's awful. You wake up. Oh, it's up 50%. Oh, my Lord. And you wake up the next day. It's down 30%. The next day, it's up 75%. And the next day, it's down 60%. So the nature of the Western Conference functions exactly like crypto. And the Sacramento Kings are a perfect example. Like, they miss in the playoffs, and then they fire the coach, and they win the 6 straight games, and yada. Lakers around 10th place, 8th place, and now Lakers up to 5, and they could be creeping down to 7. So when you think about crypto arena, when you think about the wild, wild west, no pun intended, then you're gonna have your inevitable ups and downs. But every champion at some point has to deal with a little bit of adversity. And in these moments of challenges is where the character gets revealed. The Lakers had a tough stretch in December, but they started winning. The Lakers show what kind of team it can be when they defeated the Boston Celtics. And this, mind you, this was without Jared Vanderbilt. This was without having a real center. So we know what this team is capable of doing. That team that came in and whipped the ass of the Celtics. That's the team I'm looking at. I don't give a damn about how they did against the 76ers. When you heard JJ spoke about Bronny James, he was like, oh, national TV, everything. It's like they wanted this guy to play so people could watch national TV and see Goki LeBron and his son play on national TV. So it's like they've made the decision. It was predetermined that for the sake of the TV viewers in this scripted soap opera of the father and the son on the court, basically they were viewing that game as scripted entertainment, that we just wanted the country to watch father and son out there. So that quote from Reddick, it shows that the decision was up to the coach or to the management or up to the commissioner. So Lakers, they dove that game against Philadelphia. It's like, did the commissioner want people to watch Bronny on national TV? Was it Genie? Was it just simply Goki LeBron wanted his son to play or whatever? Because I was like, why you want to destroy his confidence against the 76ers? Why not just give Bronny a full quarter against the worst team in the league? Well, why wreck his confidence against the Sixers? Why wreck his confidence? Well, could you just put him back against the worst team in the league? You could easily play him against Charlotte, play him against Washington. Well, why do you have to destroy his confidence against 76ers? Clearly, they just want him to be on national TV and people can watch, father-son scripted soap opera entertainment. I mean, the decision makes no sense. You can't ruin Bronny's confidence. You have to gradually build up the workload. You get him in against Charlotte. Very next game, Washington. When he starts blitzing these scrub teams, then the speed of the game goes up the bigger and better the competition is. So, Bronny should have came back against Charlotte, sit out Philly, play against the worst team, get his confidence up from a 31-point game at the G League and against the worst team in the league. So I just think he's probably not good at all, but they did the guy. And Bronny said it came out of nowhere. He was only expecting garbage minutes. This was the fault of the coach for not telling Bronny that I could put you in the middle of the game. So this was all irresponsible from J.J. Redick to say, you be in for garbage time, and Bronny was totally caught off guard. He was not expecting to be in the game. So did it come down to Bronny being the scrub, or did it come down to Bronny being completely caught off guard? That the plan was to play in the fourth quarter in garbage time, and he wasn't expecting to be in there in the first quarter, I think. But I think Bronny will probably play because it is the Wizards. I just don't think you should destroy his confidence before he plays Washington. I think that was a terrible, 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 terrible job. If he does well against Washington, give the kid some minutes in the Battle of LA against the Clippers. I don't understand. I don't understand why he has to play against Philadelphia. They're still going to be on national TV at the New York Knicks or against the Clippers, against the Warriors. There are going to be other opportunities to put this kid on national TV. But when they do lose, that's going to trigger the trade. The only thing that triggers an imminent response is we need action. There's 2 months left, and we have lost a couple of games. But AD has demanded Lakers need to get a center. They need a center. I hope at Washington, D.C., where Jonas Valanciunas plays for the Wizards, that Pelinka can sit down with the Washington general manager and say, hey, we opened the deal and we feel that Hachimura is a much better player than he was when he left the door of the Capitol. And he's much younger than Valanciunas. He's a better asset at this point. A guy like Jonas needs to be on a winning team, and Hachimura is a seasoned vet. The deal must be discussed tomorrow at Washington, D.C. There needs to have conversations between the Wizards and the Lakers GM. Conversations need to have had at that moment tomorrow to find a way to land the player to the LA Lakers. A happier, more energetic Anthony Davis, lessen the workload, even better LA Lakers. Kings say we want must-win players right now. Kings say they're open to dealing to Aaron Fox. He's their franchise player. They're in the middle of a play-in playoff race. I really don't understand why they want to deal to Aaron Fox. Maybe he's going to inevitably leave Sacramento, and the management knows this, and they want to grab some assets for him. I guess that's the only thing why he'd be in the trade market in the first place. Is he says he wants to leave and let the management know, and don't let him walk for free, and get him for some assets. So we'll see who gets to Aaron Fox. Joakim LeBron, point guard, in and out. Austin Reeves, small forward. Darren Fox, shooting guard. Anthony Davis plays the power forward. And Jonas Valanciunas. That's not a bad lineup at all. Joakim LeBron, point guard. He can play any position, but he's a point guard. And you have the shooting guard Fox. You have small forward Austin Reeves. He's a scorer. He's a scoring player. He's a driver. He can get mid-range. He can shoot some threes, but he plays like a small forward. Anthony Davis at the 4, and the starting center Valanciunas. NBA's rigged, so Lakers don't have to really give up anything. Remember, they gave up nothing for Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown. They gave up nothing and got rid of Kwame Brown for Pau Gasol. Part 2. Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown for Pau Gasol. Maya. And if the Lakers do go 1-3 during the stretch, they could fall to 7 and work their way back up to 5 to set up the Nuggets matchup in the first round. A much different Lakers team ready to serve the can with ass. The Clippers in the Lakers game. Could be another rigged game at the new Dome and hype up the Clippers as a championship contender. A championship contender in the new arena. But it's same old Flippers again and again and again. This team cannot win in the first year of the new arena because the Clippers are still cursed. The same old Clippers, new arena, same old Clippers. So pop the brakes on the Clippers. Pop the brakes on the LA Clippers. I don't give a damn if they beat the Lakers again. I don't give a damn. When Anthony Davis comes back, their first win against Western opponents would be their 18th win against the West for the season. That probably would be for the 28th win overall of the season. 28 is obviously 28 years after 1998, Goki, Levante, Mike, and Kareem. And then 28 is the Gianna 2, the Kobe 8. I think NYK is 14 in abbreviations. What's NYK? NYK is New York Knicks. Lakers 14th loss away at the New York Knicks. I think Kawhi's the 15th pick. Maybe be going for a 15th loss away against the LA Clippers. Miles Turner, Valanciunas, whoever else is available. The script writers already know which players go into the Lakers. The script writers already know. The script writers keep it a surprise, and the suspense is up. And the script writers say, two teams that came up with the deal. But script writers already know which player is going to go to the Lakers. It's his 13th game of the season. He played 44 minutes for the entire season. 44 as champions, and 44 as bubble, and 44 as chosen one. He gets magically hurt as the Lakers were nowhere to be near the number 6 and number 7 seed. I know. Anthony Davis be like, I'm going to fake a little stomach bug, a little issue with my abdomen. I'm not going to take part in throwing any of these next upcoming rigged-ass games. I ain't want to do nothing with rigging them next couple of games. De'Aaron Fox to the Spurs. Fox is Camacho of 18 and 45. Fox is 36 of the Spurs. Fox is 18th title of the Lakers. De'Aaron Fox is 49, 4-9 against Celtics. There are numbers out there for De'Aaron Fox to the Lakers. De'Aaron's 58-31. Lakers. Los Angeles Lakers 58. We got to trade. We got to give up nothing. 8 turnovers for Kobe. Kobe number 8. 8 turnovers. Oh, my God. 8 turnovers. When teams take nights off, this is why the regular season can be complete crap to watch sometimes for the NBA. Warriors game, TBD, I guess. How are the Warriors going to do? They beat the Thunder. They beat the trash ass OKC Thunder. San Francisco, the bus running bum against Stephen Curry. I'm going Curry over the bus running bum. The loser, Phoenix Suns. If loser Suns lose against the Warriors, the owner is a lunatic. He's going to have a panic trade for Jimmy Butler. Warriors going to whip the ass of the loser Phoenix Suns, and the owner starts panicking, and he's on the phone with Miami. What do you want? What do you want for Jimmy Butler? I'll give you. I just need Jimmy Butler. Loser Suns be in panic mode if they lose against the Warriors. If they lose against the Warriors, that's another team that's going to be in panic mode. Loser Suns say next game is against the Warriors, but they play the Trailblazers back-to-back. This is the kind of rigging that happens. They're good enough to beat Trailblazers back-to-back, but loser Suns lose against the Warriors. Loser, Phoenix Sun. Loser. You guys are trash-ass bums. You guys are that shit that y'all not good enough to even face the Lakers in the playoffs. These bums are going to face the Lakers next year. They'll face the Lakers next year. The loser, Phoenix Sun, lose against Kobe, against Michael, and Kingo. And they beat and lost against Kobe. And they beat and lose against Kingo. The game! The loser, Phoenix Sun. Just thinking LeBron going to win a ring with the Mason off again against the loser-ass Phoenix Suns. Just be crazy. I think it's what I say. I say the GOAT, LeBron, Kobe, and Michael Jordan. The photo for because the losers before the losers can win the title, they have to lose against Michael Jordan. They have to lose in the conference finals against Kobe Bryant in 2010. After 3 eliminations for Kobe against the loser Phoenix Suns during the rebuilding time of the Lakers and the running gun of the loser Phoenix Suns. And then they have to lose against King LeBron James after they beat King LeBron James because Anthony Davis got injured. Don't forget, in 2021, Anthony Davis said, "You got away with one, loser, sons." And quite frankly, Anthony Davis is correct. I agree with Anthony Davis that he is absolutely correct that the loser Phoenix Suns got away with one. And I personally wholeheartedly agree that they got lucky against the Lakers when Anthony Davis got hurt. It's a soft-ass team. Nothing changes with the center. Nurkic is the scapegoat. Ayton, the Suns are just weaklings. They don't know how to get the real big men like the Lakers or the Celtics or the Spurs or something like that. They don't know how to get real big men. That's the problem with the loser Phoenix Suns. What would the win percent for the Lakers for the season be? At a 26 and it did 26 and 21, 26 and 47. The win percent would be 55, kind of like Camacho, like Satan, kind of like Camacho of King James is 55%. Oh, I forgot about the Washington game. I forgot about the win over the Wizards. Hold on. Yeah, the win percent would be 56 for the season for the Lakers if they beat the Wizards and lose against the Knicks and lose against the LA Clippers. The win percent would be 56. When Lakers do land a trade, the win percent is going to be 56 for a reason. It's going to fall down. The win percent by winning 1 out of the next 3 would fall to 56%. Of course, the stretch of games that everyone is most looking forward to, obviously, after the All-Star. When do they get that inevitable 1 win over the Nuggets? When do they get that inevitable 1 win over the LA Clippers? Those are Phoenix Suns! The losing Suns have to see the Lakers celebrate a championship where they face up against the Lakers in the playoffs. I want to be at the goddamn arena. I want revenge. I will get it. My Black Mamba Venom. Here we go. February 25, Mavs at the Lakers. Can the Lakers beat the Mavs, or is it red for the Mavs to win in the Lakers? Which team, the Clippers or the Mavs? I think the Clippers are the psyop, and I think they really failed to make it to the conference finals, and they only made the conference finals in the year of the pandemic. Loser Suns are a bum-ass team. They're going to make a move. They're going to lose against the Thunder. This is a hazing ritual for Kevin Durant. I want to go back to Oklahoma City. He's going to ask for a trade back to Oklahoma City. Kevin Durant is another 1 and done. He's going to find a 1 and 3 in the playoffs. Is he 1 and 3 with the? Yeah, 1 and 1, 1 and 2, 1 and 3. Loser Suns lose against OKC. Loser Suns lose. Maybe get the Lakers Mavericks conference finals. The Mavs start winning when Luka comes back from injury. Mavs start winning when Luka come back from injury. That's my prediction. The Mavs will start winning when Luka, I don't know when he comes back. Mavs Celtics on the day of the trade deadline. Mavs will be hyped up. They got some pretty big games coming up in February and March. You got your Suns, you got your Bucks, you got your LA Lakers, your Mavs, your Warriors in February. I mean, Celtics. This get pretty hard. LA Lakers. February 8th, the Pacers, the Jazz, February 10, February 12, Utah Jazz, Hornets, February 19. LA beat time. My LA beat time. LA beat. We'll be hearing that mid-February. We'll be hearing about that mid-February. Just beat easy teams. The Lakers only beat easy teams. You'll be hearing that all the way in mid-February. But the time has come for the Lakers to whip the ass of the Denver Nuggets. February 22nd. We're going to beat the Denver Nuggets. We're going to beat Russell Westbrook. God forbid. Oh, man. The playoffs has come early. The Nuggets on the 14th of March and the Denver Nuggets on the March 19th. Let's get that occultic 6 wins, get the Nuggets. Let's beat them 2 out of 3 times. Let's whip their ass. Here we go. What if they lose against the Nuggets in February? Then the Lakers to destroy. They beat the Nuggets one time, March 14th. They beat them again on March the 19th. The 5 days later, they definitely win the game on March the 19th. I think they can win both games in March and destroy the Denver Nuggets. Once and for all. Once and for all. Rigged, scripted, manufactured rivalry. It's rigged. It's rigged. Nuggets are a hoax. You just have to. I like it. Joker's great. He's a great player. He's a top 5 player ever in the game. But this is a rigged, scripted rivalry. There's no way it should be this one-sided. Never in a million gazillion years. But the NBA is rigged, scripted entertainment. It's rigged, scripted for the Nuggets to win all these stupid-ass, fake-ass, garbage-ass games. This should be a much closer affair. This is what it comes down to. Is you want your scripted menu. They're moving on from Curry. But joking about Jones and Joker is here to stay for the 4th time in this decade. Can you the budget go up against a supernatural passer? Another supernatural passer. Who's a 7 foot, 250, whatever pound guy he is. But we're going to beat the Joker. We're going to whip his ass this time. There's no elimination game against the Denver Nuggets. Maybe so. Maybe against the Thunder. Maybe against the Thunder. You can't my lord. This season is about to go quickly. Denny Davis injury is making everyone go quickly right now. How many people still believe? Oh, this is biblical. Make believers out of non-believers. King of the Bungeons! Amen! The King of the Bungeons! I agreed. Knicks is 22 after 22 previous seasons. You got to go up against the New York Knicks in next year's NBA Finals. I can't wait till the playoffs. Sweet revenge. Vengeance. Vengeance. Sweet revenge. Go keep the bond nation against the world. Fucking damn poisonous venom coming. Purple like the venom stick. Poison. Poison. Poison them all, baby. Go lickers. So I would save them, I'm gonna bet to beat the Knicks, so we're gonna beat the Clippers. I don't think much people expect us to beat these teams anyway without Anthony Davis, but here we go. It's up and down there, but Yoki Montes has never stopped competing for a championship. I mean, with the ass of the Boston Celtics. And that's the team that I am concerned that I look at. I look at one game. I think the return of Anthony Davis is going to be connected with the first win of the year against the Nuggets. The first win against the Nuggets will inevitably connect with the first win against the Celtics. And the first win back and Anthony Davis's return from injury. Well, let's start with that. The Warriors game, I got to go see. Is Anthony going to play or not? What's the diagnosis? He's out for at least a week. Will he play on Thursday or not? Knowing Anthony Davis, he tried to play every game. He takes it personal that you're made out of glass. Injury prone. So he really does take it very personal, Anthony Davis. This could be a scripted injury. There's nothing coincidental about this scripted ass injury. There's nothing coincidental about it. It was meant to happen so it can foster chaos, and the Lakers are not supposed to be always stuck at number 5 for the rest of the regular season. They're at number 5 at the time of Anthony Davis' injury, and this is the year of getting your teams this spring. You have to have a couple of losses. You have to foster division and chaos and confusion. There's nothing to be confused about. The only thing that is becoming clear is that they want this to be a soap opera. They want this to be dramatic, or they can fall into 7th place. They could fall into 8th place. They could fall into 6th place. The Hunger Games begins after the All-Star break. Which team is going to survive and avoid the play-in? This is how it's supposed to be. This is big boy basketball in the Western Conference. We not scrubs in the East. Go to my James, so he played in the Eastern Conference. That's why he made it to the finals. He played in the Eastern Conference. The goalkeeper prophecy says you can dominate and destroy the Western Conference in back-to-back years, and you are the true king of the Western Conference. And this is a much more competitive West today than at the time of the Golden State Warriors with Stephen Curry. Well, yep, I let the 3 games play out. I do NBA game of the day for the next couple of games, and people start freaking out. Oh my Lord, oh my God, and start crying and defeat again. It's like, oh my Lord. Is this nation becoming effeminate where these people can't deal with any challenge or any adversity? Overcoming adversity used to be celebrated in this country. Now we just fold like a tortilla anytime we deal with any bit of adversity. How in the world is America supposed to survive in the next 20, 30, 40 years? We must be a tough-ass country. That's what we must be. Doesn't mean you don't have empathy or compassion, but you can't have empathy and compassion but still be tough. You can't just wither and fold like a tortilla anytime Mike just blows a couple of games. 3, 4 to 6 or 7. That's what makes this championship special, because the adversity is being tested for the LA Lakers. The adversity is being put to the test. And I know that these moments of adversity is going to make J.J. Redick a much better coach. And the Lakers started well to the restart. We know the kind of team we will be at the end of the day. The team that beat the Celtics. The team that won back-to-back against the Warriors. The team that was 6-6 since the restart. We know what kind of team we want to be. A team that's going to be the greatest show ever in the history of the world and shock the world, because it's the GOAT, Peanut Butter Elimination, the greatest show ever in the history of the world. Now, at the end of the day, I very much believe the Lakers are in position to remain at 5. It depends on one thing. If the Lakers are at 5, they'll get the matchup against the Nuggets. They have to go through the Thunder in the conference semifinals. If the Lakers finish outside of 5, this would mean one thing. They would avoid the Thunder until the conference finals, and based on which side the Nuggets are at, we could have a number 3 and number 6. But if the Lakers are 6, whatever, and the Nuggets are number 4, this means the Nuggets got to beat the Thunder. But my only problem with that is I believe GOAT King LeBron James has to be the guy that's going to beat the Thunder. It can't be Joker. I believe GOAT King LeBron must certainly beat the Thunder and the Nuggets. But Westbrook losing in the first round, it makes sense. I must compute all wins and losses for the Lakers against the Celtics during the time that GOAT King LeBron has moved to LA. So that's a lot of years. That's 6 years. That's at least 12 matchups, or maybe some years there were 3 Celtics-Lakers matchups. So we could be dealing with 18 games or 19 games in total for GOAT King LeBron against the Celtics. So I would like to do a special on that. And after March the 8th is when I feel the time will come when we share all those box scores with everyone. But there was a crazy game that went to overtime. It was like Lakers up by 8 and Celtics up by 8. And Lakers came back and it went to overtime. And that was Lakers Celtics. What is the reaction, NBA fan? Anthony Davis, oh my God. Why does the media love to panic so much? They're telling you guys what to think. Or you should panic like us because we're telling you to panic. Don't listen to these manipulators. The media is all, I'm through. I'm done with all media. I'm done with media sucking up the Trump oligarchs. I'm done with stupid sports media. These guys on ESPN are just a waste of time. I don't learn any new insight while watching these stupid ass talking heads. I know I'm chemistry. Oh my god! Don't get a win against the Nuggets and against the Warriors or the Mavs. This team will be fine. Bunch of whining, crying garbage. A bunch of crying. Yeah, this is you see a scripted. This is for the script. Oh, he gets hurt, and now you have to try to get a center now, huh? You can't start winning games and you don't do nothing. You have to have Anthony Davis hurt, and you have to. Well, I got to go buy a center. That's what's scripted about this whole ordeal. Hey, good. Go King the Bond hating bombs. You got that in the future ticket on the Celtics. Think you're trash. Thinking it trash the living hell out of you guys. Have a happy summer, y'all. Kingo LeBron is going to win the championship. Have a hell of a summer. We going to Disney World after this. We going to the beach. Your bums lost on the Celtics. Have a nice summer. That's right, King got LeBron hitting bums. That's right. Don't LeBron must dominate the basketball anytime. There's no soccer to take the attention away. There's no American European soccer championship. No, go LeBron dominates all the headlines in the month of June during the last months of only baseball. Hey, no football for sure. No football. Oh no, Isaac. The loser Phoenix Suns matchup will happen next year, but it ain't happening this year from the landscape that I am looking at right now. It cannot happen until next year. We'll get our moment against these loser ass, garbage ass, loser Phoenix Suns. I don't have to worry about that because I think I know they are team full of scrubs. 100%. We will get the last Goat King the Bond Kevin Durant matchup for next year. It's another first round exit. Durant is going to be 1-3 in the playoffs with the loser Phoenix Suns. After he loses against the Thunder, I imagine the script. In a year that the Thunder number one have Kevin Durant lose against them. So he's 1-3. He'll be 2-3. Loser Suns and the Lakers in the conference semifinals, and Kevin Durant falls to 2-4 in the playoffs with the loser ass Phoenix Suns. So that's how I look at Lakers Suns into the future. Because right now, go get that Dutton is the 41 playoff series wins, and he wins the ring at 45, and he enters next year in the conference semifinals with 46 playoff series wins, and Phoenix is 46. So the revenge is coming against the sorry ass, loser ass Phoenix Suns. But it's happening next year. Next year. Next year. It's happening next year. I'll be there in my hometown, letting these people in the crowd know, ah, Malik owns you, go Kinabai, owns your sorry ass team. That's right. You and the bus riding bomb, you're going down. You Kevin Durant fanboys are scum. You're trying to equate 2 cupcake rings with every ring joking about this one. You are scum! You are scum! And you know you scum! Stop trying to equate cupcake rings with real-ass rings won by a man. A real man's man. He didn't join a team that made it to the finals. He joined a team that just lost in the first round. The Miami, they lost in the first round. They were a mediocre team that just barely was 500. You cupcake joined a team that won that won 73 games. Curry was able to sit a month or two. He didn't even need to get rushed back because he had Kevin Durant. It would be pretty Kobe-esque if Mike Guys did beat the Warriors. Nothing has been decided yet for the Lakers against the Warriors, but they come in, they get a win. Austin Reeves, again, is expected to do his job. They expect a win on defense. This is a big game for Hachimura. It's a big game for Jackson Hayes. These guys have to step up. They got to find a way to drive to the basket. They got to find a way to start popping for guys to be in position for wide open shots. We need a real system in place without Anthony Davis. But and there's very little time to adjust. But again, you take your good time with Anthony Davis. You use the time to evaluate. This team bought this same team back. They didn't have new players who needed to adjust. The biggest strength of this team is that there's no new players. Everybody came back, so everybody was familiar with each other, and the chemistry was great because you bought the same team back, and everyone is familiar with each other, and because everyone's familiar with each other, they're in 5th place in the West in a very manageable position. But obviously, it's harder when your top scorer is not in the game. One of your top rebounders and top scorers is in the game. But let's use this moment for other guys to get some play time, to get some good minutes, and everybody feels comfortable getting some much needed playing time from when Anthony Davis does come back. I must close there on this LA Lakers special edition. There's only been 2 or 3 people all night long, but the crybaby betas have quit. This is an effeminate country, and people need to really stop talking about Kobe when they be a bunch of crybaby quitting as betas. So let me just stop right there with that, and I will end by answering your question. My MVP is Josh Allen, but they're going to give it to Lamar Jackson because all this race, this race this race war fueled rhetoric. He was passed because he was black. There'll be lots of crying that Lamar didn't get it because he was black. Josh Allen's MVP, but Lamar's gonna get MVP, even though he had a couple of turnovers. No, Josh Allen is the MVP. He's the reason why the Bills were even in the games against the Kansas City Chiefs. They were not supposed to compete. They didn't have receivers. Lamar Jackson had Derrick Henry. Lamar should not get MVP. The MVP is Josh Allen. That dive in the snow against San Francisco, that win over the Chiefs. The other big wins he's had this year, Josh Allen is the MVP of the NFL. He should win MVP. He will get robbed. But Lamar is going to win MVP because people be crying about race. Instead of just, he's had the better regular season and he's had more big wins in the regular season and he beat him in the playoffs and he didn't turn over the ball once at all during the playoffs. Because remember that crybaby tour by Joel Embiid? Oh, I want the MVP. I want the MVP so bad. The whiny, crying, effeminate country. Joel Embiid's a prime example of this. He whined and cried to the MVP. He's a joke. Doesn't he? He doesn't play even half of his games, does he? He's a joke. This is what I'm talking about. You're going to agree with me on that. There ain't no real life big ballers out there who want to go out and ball. Would Kobe be okay with this whiny, crying mentality? No. Kobe would not be okay with it. So stop gushing about Kobe and being mad when I'm saying that you should stop whining and crying anytime Lakers deal, even with an ounce of adversity. Because Kobe would use it as fuel, as something that would make it more euphoric if you win the title. When you have little bumps along the way, but you find a way to have that MAMBA as grind to overcome. So that's what it's about for the Lakers. You have your little hiccup. Your hiccup without Anthony Davis. Everyone's bound to go through a hiccup. Lakers already gone through the hiccup in December with the bad stretch of games. But they responded and they played great ball. The only difference now is that they don't have Anthony Davis in the lineup when the hiccup does happen. But they use the hiccup as a moment to amp up the intensity. To amp up the intensity and get more reinforcement and go out and prime time, big baller team, go out and big ball through February, March, April, May, and June. Hey, Lakers, the magical MAMBA style championship. You get the buttons. I believe in the prophecy. 2-1-3. His second repeat 13 years later. The LA Code 2-1-3, baby. That's what it's about. The enlightenment, the knowledge. That's what it's about right here. We know it's coming. It's just a matter of when. You have to approach this from 23 seasons. And the intellectual take of the 23 seasons is he wanting back the tape, the win the ring there, the lose there, the win the ring in between. It don't make no sense. It just didn't make sense. When he gets the 6 rings in year 23, it's got to be back-to-back. It's got to be back-to-back. He has to be invincible. He can no longer be conquered. He can no longer lose. He can no longer get hurt. He can defy gravity. He can defy age. He can defy anything because that's what a king does. You got to get it done. You got to get this shit done. Hey, you don't think you get it done? Well, why you don't win the title? Oh, my God. I'm down with the crybaby. The crybabies that jump off the wagon, they are making the biggest mistake of their lives by not putting in the bet at 30 to 1, 40 to 1. Life-changing coin right there. Begin on a new project. Get the down payment on the house. Buy it with cash. This is what I'm talking about. You can't do nothing until you dream big to do it right here. It ain't never supposed to be easy. Nothing good comes easy. You must not quit and keep on believing, because it's not over yet. It hurts so bad to wait this long. But at the end of the day, when you don't give up, that's what makes it more euphoric. You cry, the water coming out of your eyes. You in the most joyous place of earth at Disneyland in LA. You hear seeing the LA Lakers overcome every obstacle of the way to shock the world. And witness for everyone who lost everything, and they will love you for the rest of their lives. Joking the Bontains is the Lord and King. These people of angels who lost everything, and they're dealing with depression, and they're dealing with emotional turmoil and anxiety and uncertainty. And Joking the Bontains was here to deliver for the people of angels when these garbage-ass, sorry-ass lambs fail to do the job. And he must deal with a moment of euphoria in the very littlest of time, get there to halfway through the year when you're dealing with the hellish January through June. And Joking the Bontains is here to make summer a little bit better. If you in Los Angeles and you have not recovered even a fraction of your belongings that cease to exist because of the fires. You need a raging fire to win after the fires hurt the town. You must do this for the fans. Fight and win. Fight and win. The Boston bombings, they won. Wildfires, we win. Houston Floods, Astros win. We gotta get this. We gotta get that. Let's go. Fire. Fire inside. Do this for your community. Do this for your community. Come on. Magical MAMBA style title. Let's do this. You know we can do this. Made to the conference finals. You know we can. Let's go. That's what I'm talking. Come. Why do you think these guys are big warriors? They play NFL every week. You have them big pre-game motivational speeches, y'all. You have a warrior-like mentality. It's what Joking the Bontains going to do. He's going to deliver in their worst moments for this whole entire community. There's supposed to be bumps and bruises. This is part. He described his career as being like a movie. A movie. Joking the Bontains described his career. He described it as like a movie. This is, and let me just say this. If it really is a movie, the fans sent you at Cleveland. And you came back and you won. Oh, my Lord. He learned the game from the greatest coaches, Pat Riley, and develop his game. Deliver the title against the greatest regular season record ever, the most magnificent scripted moment in recent modern NBA history. It's like a movie. Kevin Durant, the most invincible king of all kings in his prime, Joking the Bontains. And the crybaby Curry cries for Kevin Durant. And that's the only reason why he can be Joking the Bontains. So this is why this really is a movie. Here to dispel the notion that he was only good because it's the Eastern Conference. That he's here to conquer the most toughest of all conferences ever in the history of the National Basketball Association. The Western Conference. conquered by a 40-year-old old fun who ages like the finest glass of vino that ever exists. Sit back and enjoy the show. Sit back and enjoy it. Sit back and appreciate greatness. Sit back and just of what Doki the Bond can do at such a late advanced age to still be the best player in the game. Not driving it to the paint every time as he did in Miami or in this prime years in Cleveland. But he knows how to adjust. And he didn't just run and cry, I want to get traded to another team after we missed the playoffs. No, because that's what the MAMBA mentality is about. You just don't run and cry and trade away because you missed the playoffs? No. Save that for Kevin Durant. Joking the Bond was never going to do that after 2022. He's going to ride with the ship and rebuild the team. We know we going to win this Western Conference. We ain't no super team. All I've heard is Joking the Bond James wants super teams. Oh my God, he wants super teams. He wants super teams. Oh my God, he wants super teams. Super teams, really, super teams. Speak about super teams. Austin Reeves undrafted. Riyad Chamad, Gabe Vincent, super team, super team, super team. Cam Reddish, super team. Full of shit. Jackson Hayes, super team, huh? We want to get Vince, a super team, young player Jackson Hayes, super team, huh? Super team. Dorian Finney-Smith, super team. There's no D'Angelo Russell. Super team, really, super team. Christian Wood, super team. But look, LeBron only wants to play for a super team. No, he's a merciless MAMBA-style killer. He's building his own fucking team. This ageless wonder, how old is he? 34, 35 when he joined the Lakers, but this is a 6-year project after 2020 when they got rid of them guys after 2021. And they got rid of Dwight immediately after they won. I think McGee left after 2021. They got rid of him immediately. And Nana Moose, you're not going to bet on the Warriors, but you will, and it ain't going to work out. Okay, you ain't got nothing without Splash Brothers. It's like getting rid of Anthony Davis from the Lakers. You ain't got no Lakers without one of the key components of the Lakers championship dynasty of the 2020 season. Have you all beat the Celtics this year? You just can't go full retard on me. They're not going to give this clown more rings than Goki LeBron when he cried for Kevin Durant to give him 2 titles. He can only beat Goki LeBron when Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love both got injured. He was without a supporting cast, but the Cavs went down with honor and like men in 6 games in 2015. No, Thunder are not the best team. Are they NBA champions? Lakers just beat the best team, the Boston Celtics. They are the best team until someone knocks them off. That's just the reality. Regular season means nothing because playoff experience will showcase itself through the run of the Eastern Conference. By the way, I don't know. It's because if most people watch my channel are Lakers fans or NBA fans, but 6 different winners in the last 6 years. That's killing it. NBA games can seem very choreographed, but the one thing that makes a sport is having uncertainty of outcome. And the NBA has delivered for uncertainty of outcome. 6 different winners in the last 6 years. This means you have a real sport. You just don't crown the title to the Celtics every year like you crowning the title to the Kansas City Chiefs every single boring-ass NFL season. NBA can survive without dynasties. NBA's taking a different page out of the playbook. Now, the no defense is scripted, choreographed scoring runs, like that sucks. But when you have the NBA playoffs, can you predict the champ before the playoff begins? No. This is not like the NFL. This is why I predicted the Chiefs to win every playoff game during the past couple of years, including this year. So that makes it 3 years. Not once have I predicted the Chiefs to lose during the past 3 years. So I've told you NFL is predictable. But NBA, 6 different winners in the last 6 years. Someone's got to buck the trend. Got to have a repeat winner. It's got to be joking about name. He whipped Curry's ass. He destroyed him over the past couple of years. Warriors' run is over. It's over. Clay left. There's no Kevin Durant to save Stephen Curry this time. There's no weakened Western Conference field to save him this time. The best rivalry in the league is Nuggets-Lakers at this current moment. Oh, you see, NBA don't give a damn. A public like Steph more. They like Burrow more. They like Allen more. They like him more. They don't give a damn about that. NBA needs ratings to survive. They need Celtics, Lakers, Charles Barkley with the Ruffles commercial with Goki the Bond and Jason Tatum. He was foreshadowing what is about to come. The TV deal, the new CBA hasn't started yet. They waited till this very exact moment to have Celtics, Lakers right when they're about to begin the next CBA. Well, they're set to expire. And everyone wants a piece of that pie. Nobody gets the maximum of the pie until they see the Celtics face off against the Lakers. 2 biggest fan bases, Goki the Bond hating bums, Goki the Bond nation, Goki the Bond lovers, Goki the Bond haters, Laker lovers, Laker haters, Boston Celtics. Steph Curry needs the Lakers to be in the finals. He needs Goki the Bond to be in the finals. Goki the Bond is bigger than Stephen Curry. The most polarizing figure in the league. It's going to draw in the viewership. The highest rated games, deeper to the playoffs, was the Lakers. I reckon Lakers play the Mavs this year. Lakers play the Mavs this year. We'll get the Dallas Mavericks this year. We will dominate. We will dominate. Massive times of uncertainty. We spotted a Warriors fan right there. This guy's a Warriors homer, but he doesn't get it. LA's getting the championship after the wildfire. The Lambs have lost. They're a terrible joke. Stafford threw it into the crowd on the fourth down. It's not him. He's not the chosen one. It's go LeBron James. The Kings 115. It's Howard 15. Perfect ending. Perfect ending. The loser bomb right here. Oh, JJ Redick lost his house. He's going to lose in the first round. I'm an idiot. 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 Trump logic right there.